comes Houston. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak that the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And that is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to the air. Watson on second down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Barkevius Mingo. Coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, here's Watson. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here's Shane Leckler now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll return it from the 6. Now another. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On first down, it's Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now a carry for Blunt. Blunt rumbling with a first down and more. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. LeGarrette Blunt with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Out there to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, here's Miller. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And incomplete here on 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 11. He spins free. Oh, and now he bowls him over. An excellent return that time. 26 yards. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Play action, it's locked. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot, and if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there, and sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Sammy Coates has it complete, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Watson now on 3rd down, and that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Shane Leckler now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Andrew Luck and company heading back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. On first down, Love. He finds an opening past the 40. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On second down, here's Locke. Screen pass to Blunt. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Luck on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there, and another first down. Luck throwing again. This will be caught at about the 6. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gunn alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. Now Locke, and he's going to find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score. Jack Doyle, as time expires in the first half. And the Colts add on to their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C. And now the Redskins, they've opened up a 2-touchdown lead there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far as we see here on your screen.
They may have to drop coverages they haven't run so far. They have to create something on the fly because he's beaten everything. And when you watch this game unfold, you keep thinking to yourself, is it 2 men, 3 men, maybe even a 4th guy may have to go and account for him. But right now, he's shredding the defense.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. Here's Locke. Complete to Hilton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Flushed out right. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. They give him a gain of 37.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. DJ Reader getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper.
Now a hit and lock. Lost the football. It's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had gained really good yardage. That's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's Watson. And a 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken it around the 40. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts coming out now. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. To throw on second is Watson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's Watson now on second down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jordan Willis in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Shane Leckler now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And, Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast for you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep him here.
And now running right through it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage. So I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. He's going to float this one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Out of the gun, Luck. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw on 2nd down is Luck. Floating one, incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
You having fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First down, Watson looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Again is Watson. His throw incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
The Texans on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Watson. And incomplete here on third down. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. This is taken around the 12. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here. 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Here's Luck now on second down. Space to maneuver at the 40. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to them right away because they have the matchup advantage.
So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL, and maybe what
Now everybody got problems, yeah, but waiting on one way to solve them. I really came up from the bottom. Struggling, my mama on the last dollar. Hustling, man, I've been putting in these hours. The government been trying to take away with hours. Really all about the money and the power. I just want to see my people in power. Tell me how we gon' shape this vision. Complaining all day, but in the same condition. If you wanna make change, it's gon' take commitment. Some people enslaved by their religion can't emancipate the fundamental principles. When I see through optics, transform the wisdom. Watch me use my prophets, get them on the list, and I've been on a mission. And I really can't take it no more. I've been fighting temptations, my Lord. I'm young and I'm restless, and I really can't help it. I never felt selfish before. I've been living so reckless, I know. Tell me, Lord, can you help me? I said, Lord, can you help me? Now everybody got fights, yeah, but wouldn't know what good advice was. Till they leave him lifeless. Another mama crying, it's another crisis. Lord knows we just trying to live righteous. Are you willing just to make the sacrifices? I know we can't continue living like this, and I never sell my soul cause that's priceless. Tell me how we gon' make a living. Hustle on the block, who gon' save the children? Man, it's all a plot and I'm just revealing. The media just trying to make a villain. I just take the pain and paint a picture. Voices in my head, I hear the whispers when I feel this way. And I really can't take it no more. I've been fighting temptations, my Lord. I'm young and I'm restless, and I really can't help it. I never felt selfish before. I've been living so reckless, I know. Tell me, Lord, can you help me? I said, Lord, can you help me? It's just the way I feel. Mom's been wasting so long. And I really can't take it no more. I've been fighting temptation, my Lord. I'm living on restless. I said, Lord, can you help me? I've never felt selfish before. I've been living so reckless, I know. To me, Lord, can you help me? I said, Lord, can you help me? I said, Lord, can you help me? Picture me putting my city all over the map. They wasn't believers, I had to get even and mad. We coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass. So tell them I got a new girl. Tell them that I'm in the bank and I want all my 50s in cash. I'm tired of living check to check. I need 20 models to see. Smiling in my grave, fresh to death. I've been Wu-Tang with a spectral deck. Yeah, I gotta just get off my chest. I cannot miss it, I left on my list and you next. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, but I think I might just skirt off. Blow the speakers and turn off. Pop up. Go to church with my shirt off. Tell the Lord that I'm here now. I've been waiting for so long. Take a ticket, there's a long line. Nice to meet me. I think the pleasure's all mine. They've been clocking me so long, I think they lost time. Ooh, you lost. What you mean? Woo! What you mean? Woo! And now I don't trust the so what you mean? Woo! Hold up. Whoa. What you mean? Woo! Hold up now. Don't know what you think it compare me to. Adrenaline popping, the blood will be leaking and running. Yeah. I do what I do, I don't care if you like it or love it. Tell all of my I got a new girl. Wait. You tell the that I'm in the bank and I want all my money in hundreds. I'm tired of living on the edge. I wanna, they gon' call the feds. I just bought a cost an arm and leg. My mama told me take it back and get a job instead. Where's your common sense? Me and the devil got too much in common, I swear. Yeah. Born in the ghetto, I never had nothing to fear. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, so I might just throw a hissy fit. Call up Cassie, asked if she broke up with Diddy yet. I told Shorty, if she talking, I ain't. And she gon' call her friends up and we did, whoa. I ain't in the talking, go chop off your lips. If I ain't in your top 10, go chop off a bridge. My black boys got boys that knock off your lid. I doubt you'll go pop off.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, it's a matchup of quarterbacks who were forced to sit out their team's wildcard losses last year because of injury. It's Ryan Tannehill and Derek Carr.
Thank you, Larry. With the distinctive pirate ship in the north end zone, we can only be in one place, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Ten yards still left on second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. To throw is Tannehill. To the right side, caught by Saleh. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's the former Bronco. It's C.J. Anderson with his first carry. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Nelson's got it here right side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Nelson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he gets it down to the 32. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on second down and 3.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw again. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up second down. No, third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
He'll set up a throw. And Tate's got it. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll look to throw now on first down. Now he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them. We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And the D looking like they may blitz. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They're going to look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now. On first down, Tannehill. Flush to his right.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Now Tannehill. Now he steps away. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
On second down, here's Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Play action. They'll throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah, I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now a give. Running right is Anderson. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Caught by Nelson. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 47-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Looking to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he's brought down. Back to throw now on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it's second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
NFL teams last year, a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here we go with Williams. And he won't get there. They They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Play action. It's Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. No, Ryan Tannehill slow to get up here. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. So Tannehill out, and they will hand things over to their backup quarterback. The first throw down for the backup, Nathan Peterman. Going deep for Benjamin. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was third and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. So fourth down. Here's Peterman. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half. You know, I think that's the way they'll go.
On second down, Anderson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now Anderson. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down.
No, Jack, Patriot! Detroit!
Final play of the half, it's Peterman. Going deep for Benjamin. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we will toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
All right, here we go.
Play action. It's Peterman. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Shipped together here from the D-line. They give it to Anderson. And some room to maneuver. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. They go play action with Peterman. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Halfback sent in motion. Fourth down, Peterman. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Calais Campbell able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. Boy, not deterred from those first two failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. They're going to try and throw. It's caught. Nelson. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. J.J. Nelson, 83 yards. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They run it again with Anderson. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hurry up, here we go.
They run the counter now. It's Anderson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Pick it up. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Handoff comes to Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and it'll make this a second and long. Back now in Tampa. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. And he motions the wide receiver. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Green 39. Back out of that belly. Here we go. All right, watch it now, Barney.
Third and long. It's Peterman. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. C.J. Anderson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up fourth.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Doyle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, here's Peterman. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Giants add on to their lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys.
They have, you're right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43 and to the 4. 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Peterman to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor.
And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Calais Campbell in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. First throw now for the backup Carr. He's got Clark on the comebacker. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Carr now on first down. Lets it go for Nelson. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Carr, throw left side complete. That's Nelson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. On first down, Carr throwing left side. He's got Clark complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Into the red zone. It's Carr. That's caught over the middle. Hooper. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Carr to throw again. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Austin Hooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they're going to go for 2. Now Carr again. Over the middle, complete. It's Nelson. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. Lutz now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They start the drive with Anderson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. They'll bootleg it with Peterman. Going deep for Benjamin. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Peterman. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 37. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On play action, now Carr. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now Carr throwing on second down. It's caught inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Throwing again. Carr. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. The swing pass caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. One final try now for Carr. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
But they tried to get 2.
Legging with the we dump it off like V. Ramonovic. Sorry, homie, you know we not friends as all. Always 10 toes, so it's hard to defeat. And trust me, I've been looking hard for a babe, huh? He ain't rapped this hard in a long time. You street, all Vita dudes and eyes. Homie, always say to the guys. On my life, been addicted to the power, ain't gon' lie, yo. Ain't no fear, I'm never willing, put the up in yo. Ain't no telling when we do it, we just couldn't get ya. Got a bad thinking, ain't lie. Why, with some keep my wide, north side, bumping north with a dick. When I was a baby, I was wildin' for respect. You gon' get your with the set. Around here and talk crazy, you get we ran so many out of here. Wonder why young Licky never had a fear. Say it once, say it twice, you gon' get peace. Anybody ever ask what happened with the bleach? Running from they almost had me wanna slip. Way back, I almost started there. Around the same time, bumping T.I. versus Tip. I ain't know who went harder, made me wanna celebrate. Now we in the game and I'm so busy from the fame. Look at you like, dog, look where you came. I don't give a about, man, yeah, change. And let your style and I need my change. DMV, I'm a year. Legging with my fears. Rapping, but I'm quiet when I'm near. Always plotting on the b****s and I'm plotting on my fears. We don't need no checks from the boys. We just need respect from the boys. We don't wanna fall in love out of force. So I just get the little re-drilling with the boys here.
As we go on, like we do, when it's hot outside, I wanna just chill with you, what you need, a little mind to ease, there's a little sunshine in the summer breeze, yes, right, baby, if you feel the same, let me know, and let
summer and it feel good. Stop now, top down through the neighborhood. Let the wind blow, open up the window. That girl is poison like Belleville the O. We have a barbecue to do FO. Swimming pool party in the back on the low. And the plates of food will be laid out for free. Little kids, get down. I have a bus pull up with Tommy the Clown to do the jerk. Go to work and do that dance that'll make your whole body hurt. Playing Bombardier, Comic Clear. This that time of the year for everybody to be boisterous. Rock with Snoop Dogg and rejoice to this.
As we go on, like we do, when it's hot outside, I wanna just chill with you, what you need.
Up my white walls, night falls, I'm feeling good. I'm doing things that you never would, like surfing with the sharks or shooting in the dark, riding on a bike with my grandson at the park. Evolve while I elevate, take flight, levitate, breakfast for dinner. I'm cold as the summer ain't the winter. Finna, bender, Kona, on a 3-wheel motion. I'm headed to the ocean, caravan full of cars, neighborhood stars, up the boulevard we go till we can't go no more. It's me and mine, it's summertime. You go off and we go on.
As we go on, like we do, when it's hot outside, I wanna just chill with you, what you need, little mind at ease. There's a little sunshine in the summer breeze.
Picture me putting my city all over the map. They wasn't believers, I had to get even and mad. We coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass. So tell them I got a new girl. Tell them that I'm in the bank and I want on my 50s in cash. I'm tired of living check to check. I need 20 models. Smiling in my grave, fresh to death. I've been Wu-Tang with a spectral deck. Yeah, I gotta just get off my chest. I cannot miss it, got last on my list and you next. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, but I think I might just skirt off. Blow the speakers and turn up. Pop up. Go to church with my shirt off. Tell the Lord that I'm here now. I've been waiting for so long. I've been patient for so long. Breaking rules like there's no laws, and I did it for a long time. If you don't like me, take a ticket. There's a long line. Nice to meet me. I think the pleasure's all mine. They've been clocking me so long, I think they lost time. Ooh, you lost. What you mean? Woo! What you mean? Woo! And now I'm just a so what you mean? Woo! Hold up, whoa, with the what you mean? Woo! Hold up. Don't know what you think, compare me to. Adrenaline popping, the blood will be leaking and running. Yeah. I do what I do, I don't care if you like it or love it. Tell all of my I got a new girl. Yo, tell the that I'm in the bank and I want my money in hundreds. I'm tired of living on the edge. I want it, they gon' call the feds. I just bought a cost an arm and leg. My mama told me take it back and get a job instead. Where's your common sense? Me and the devil got too much in common, I swear. Yeah. Born in the ghetto, I never had nothing to fear. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, so I might just throw a hissy fit. Call up Cassie, ask if she broke up with Diddy yet. I told Shorty if she talking, if she gon' call her friends up and we did, whoa. I ain't in the talking, go chop off your lips. If I ain't in your top 10, go off a bridge. My black boys got boys that knock off your lid. I doubt y'all gon' pop off, so hop off my. What you mean? I said, what you mean? Listen, I don't trust her soul. No, I said, what you mean? Whoa. I said, what you mean?
You thought I was finished, you thought it was over. You thought I retired, you thought I was fishing with Colby. I'm still as ill as considered as one of the coldest. Still a put a partner rapper here like Moses. I'm throwback like a molar roller. I'm cooler than a cup of yogurt. Black flag boy, truck soldier. I'm cool with laws and Ayatollahs. Rap god, Cyclops and Ogre. I'm King Kong, ain't nobody told you. You think bro still. And Bobby Brown about to go get. Paul McCartney, I'm rich. I'm Muhammad Ali, I talk. I'm James Brown, about to tear down now. I'm Michael Jackson, them bad as bad gon' get. What you mean?
I done came up, bustin' down the whole broke and step back. Want your people swag, you ain't even gotta ask. What are those, what is that? Please don't touch my rap, please don't touch my rap. I'm racked up like rappers, I'm wrapped up on camera, hit out on camera, squeeze like asthma. It's rare wrath when I wear wrath, bare wrath when I wear wrath. Might invest into some rap shit, Lord, still shit wrath. And I'm dripping on rags, Rick gon' be the tag, do the digital dash. Yeah, I'm boasting, never brag. Please don't touch my rap. Or the Chris Van Nash, Alessandra Gucci glasses, the W Anderson collab. Yeah, you pop it like it. Yeah, you drop it on the. I'ma buy another. Cut boys bring it back. Yeah, you know how to make it last. Listen, keeping tabs. I'ma fly first class.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Dolphins would love nothing more than to finish out today's game with a second notch in that win column. It's the Colts going up against the Dolphins.
Larry, from beautiful South Florida, there's a look at the newly renovated and newly named Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Miami Dolphins. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Jakeem Grant now to return. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're led out by their strong-arm quarterback out of Texas A&M. It's Ryan Tannehill.
I think one of the things I like about Ryan Tannehill's game is that he understands what his receivers are looking for downfield. He played that position at Texas A&M before becoming the starting quarterback. So a lot of times when he's in the pocket looking downfield, he's actually running the routes with the receivers as he remembers them.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly
I don't want to know.
that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left. A look now at the Miami offense.
What I've always liked about Julius Thomas that kind of got lost a little bit the last couple of seasons is his basketball background. Remember, he played that in college before becoming a tight end in the NFL, and he's got to get back to that. Playing above the rim, boxing people out so they can't get to him on pass routes. If he gets back to being that power forward he used to be, I think the returns would be really, really nice for the Miami Dolphins.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. And Indianapolis set to take the field. In not great starting field position here for the offense. Now a first down throw. Luck. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Back to throw. Luck escaping the pressure right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Tannehill. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Over the middle, it's Thomas. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
Now it's Nick Novak back out following his field goal to send it away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And there are the numbers a week ago for LeGarrette Blount. 21 carries, 71 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Now Luck. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Lawrence Timmons leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he's got his man Hilton. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. A shotgun snap for Locke. And he is knocked down from the side. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On 2nd down, here's Long. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jack Doyle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are in for 6. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Tannehill on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on third down. Tannehill. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Gerald Hodges with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 30. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. On 1st and 10, Locke. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Luck on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Doyle. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From the red zone now, Locke completes it to Blount. Still going, and he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hand.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. LeGarrette Blount with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Terry out there to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, look at the juke. And now running right through it. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Around the NFL, they're in the second in Philly, and the Redskins there out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill is going to float this one deep right side. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports halftime report. The Dolphins now for 2 straight weeks are having trouble throwing the football. The Colts have done enough on that end to disrupt the flow, and that's played into it as well. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. We go now to early in the second. Luck's going to find his mark, and he'll end up being taken down at the 4. Sticking with the same drive. They'll look to the end zone here, and it's caught for the score. The lead throw.
And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back out for another drive comes LeGarrette Blount. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lot. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. On 1st down, it's Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Second down now after the pass completion. And the play clock's running down. Now blown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Play clock winding down. Just beating the play clock is Locke. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On first down, Locke. Over the middle, it's complete. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the gun, here's Locke. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll need to get the play off quickly.
Delay game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still second down.
To the air again. Locke. Flushed out right. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Here's Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Vinatieri now for the point after. Time running out here on the play clock. And it's 21-3. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8th. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, 3rd quarter down in Arizona. And the Cardinals have scored to add on to that lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Back now in Miami as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th. The drive starts with a handoff to Blount. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And the play clock's running down. They'll run again with Blount. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it, as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Play clock winding down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So now 1st and 15. Out of the gun, Luck. And Blunt has it. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now a first down throw. Luck. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Following the flag, 1st and 20 now. Throwing is Luck. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
And was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm was just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Luck throwing again. And the catch made by Hilton. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice session.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40. But he'll get no further as he's brought down within sight of the goal line inside the 20. But all he'll get is knowledge that the extra point is no good.
You and I have not met a coaching staff yet that likes to coach negative situations, you know, even plant that in their head. But you have to work on what happens if you get an extra point blocked, because now they can pick it up and return it for 2 points. You have to go over that.
Nice job to get back there and make the tackle, preventing them from getting all the way. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times, we're trying to win a game. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So 2nd and 10 here. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a first down throw. Tannehill to the right side here. The tight end Thomas. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To the air again. Tannehill. He finds Ajayi. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Give him 30 yards there.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been terrific so far. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Luck gonna throw it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
Still second down.
Here with Blunt. A little juke. Got some room at the 30. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the fourth quarter when you've got the lead, your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Throwing now, Luck. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And the lead will grow by one more. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. That worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here. Here's Tannehill. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. Conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defense.
Yeah, you know